Hey, welcome everyone, and thanks for listening to I'm Just Saying Sports Podcast. I'm Deval, the host, and I want to take a minute to tell you about our exclusive content and bonus videos that you can get with a subscription for only $2.99 a month. With your subscription, you'll receive first access to our podcast episodes and bonus videos for everyone who subscribes on Spotify. You can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, SoundCloud, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and YouTube Music, just to name a few. Also, check out our website, I'mJustSayingSportsPodcast.com, for merch and giveaways. All right, that covers everything. Thanks again and enjoy the show. Yo, what's up, fellas? Everybody who's listening at home, if you're listening on a podcast, if you're live, yo, greatly appreciate
Hey,
it.
and ladies, there could be some ladies.
And ladies, I'm sorry. Yep, my bad. Yeah, so welcome to today's Tuesday episode. But I'm just saying, we do our waiver wires. We'll do a recap of the game from last night. We'll do it quick, and we'll jump straight into fantasy. It's the playoff time, baby. Dalton's not here because he's afraid of me because he has to play me this week, and he knows what's about to happen.
He's studying.
I'm looking in the
He's
camera.
studying, man.
It's about to go down, bro. It's going down. You're out of here. You're donezo. Another one bites the dust. You're out. Get out of here. I got 3 MVPs on my team. I have 3 potential MVPs on my team. That's Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, and Derrick Henry.
Hey, there you go.
That's all I gotta say.
That's a strong team.
That's a strong team right there, man. Hey, lucky I lost Rasheed Rice. The only person I regret not getting is Jerry Jeudy. I wish I would have picked up Jerry Jeudy, drafted him. But, you know, you live and you learn. Can't get them all right. So you heard him, Mr. Davey Fantasy Footballs. My man right here, man.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm here. I'm ready for this playoffs, man. I got buys in both my big money leagues, so I'm sitting pretty this week, man. You play for me in fantasy, I'm gonna take care of you. You got time to rest. I'm looking at you, Kenneth Walker. Better heal that shit up. We gotta go.
Charbonnet, man, he's taking advantage, bro. He gets that opportunity, he's out there. That man.
Yep.
He's making a case to pick him up somewhere. Hey, shoot, bro.
Yo, he's a monster.
He's definitely a monster, yo. Gotta give credit where credit's due. So, like I said, I like to do the recaps first. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I like to do that, but I just like to do the recap from last night's game. We talk about it real quick, and then we jump into the waiver wires. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Sorry. So sorry.
Good.
Let's do it. All right, let's do it. And I wasn't really prepared today. So sorry. I was rushing, bro. I had a lot, man. My daughter wanted to go somewhere with her friends and stuff. I decided that I wanted to make some chicken wings, bro.
There you go.
Yeah, man. I had a craving for the chicken wings, bro. It was calling me.
You grill them, fry them up, bake them in the oven.
I fried them up real quick. I had to do it real quick.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
I ain't mad at it.
No. And you got the aroma all through the house. It's aroma.
There you go.
You know what I mean? All right, man. So, yeah, the Bengals, they held on. They held business, man. They beat the Cowboys 27-20. Joe Burrow he went nuts. 33 for 44, 369, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Cooper Rush held his own. Not the greatest. 16 for 31, 183, 2 touchdowns and interception. Rico Duato had a great game for fantasy. 18 carries, 131 yards. CD, too, had a good game. 6 receptions, 93 yards. Jamar Chase, oh, my Lord. Could he be in the case for MVP, too, man? 14 receptions, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh, man.
Yeah, so he's looking at, like a triple crown type season, and I think that's only happened like 4 times, and we got spoiled because we just saw Cooper Kupp do it,
Cup do it.
a few years ago. So I think so. I guess a lot of people
Break
really aren't
down Triple
appreciating,
Crown too. If a lot of people don't
right,
know what
right,
Triple
right.
Crown is.
So Triple Crown, like how in baseball, it's home run, batting average, RBIs. In football, for wide receivers, it's receptions, yards, and touchdowns. And right now, Jamar Chase is crushing in all three of those. He's 9 touchdowns ahead, I think, of the number 2 guy. So he's got that on lock. Receptions he's got on lock. For fantasy purposes, he in most leagues he's 80 points ahead of Justin Jefferson. Let that sink in for a minute, like to try to piece together the type of year that this guy's having. So I think it's like, I think he'll be more like he should definitely be in the offensive player of the year conversation. I know a lot of people have been kind of basically giving that one to Saquon if Saquon doesn't win MVP. But I think there is a case, especially if they go 9-8 and get some lucky breaks and make the playoffs. But I think there's a strong case to put Joe Burrow in that MVP conversation.
He is playing great though.
Yo, he's playing out of his mind.
No, he's playing good. He's not playing. He's not playing better than Josh Allen, but he's playing good. Shout out Josh Allen.
Oh, I don't know.
Josh Allen's MVP, bro. Did you see what Josh Allen just did?
Yeah, he had 6 touchdowns.
Josh Allen just did?
They needed 7, and he didn't get them 7.
Man. No, they needed a defense. That's what they needed. The defense did not.
That's what Joe Burrow's needed all year.
But he didn't turn the ball over either.
He's been Allen's been better this year, but like Burrow's passing stats,
it's nuts.
He's got over 30. I think he's got 33 touchdowns, something like that.
He's got
Allen's got like 20.
And T. Higgins.
Yeah.
What does Josh Allen?
Allen's. He's got the guy Shoeless Joe Jackson, Mac Hollins over there, and
that's MVP to me. That's most valuable.
Yeah.
You take him off that team, you're not winning.
I would like to see Allen. I thought Allen should have got it last year, like coming back from. They were 6-6 at one point, and then they rattled off that 5-game win streak to win the division and make the playoffs. Like I thought he should have got it, because like Lamar's numbers weren't that good last year, passing wise. He was just on an awesome team, and he's that like Lamar's having a better season this year than last year, passing wise. His team's not as good, but he's having a better season this year than Pat. Like 20 years from now, when you look back and you're like, hey, who won MVP that year? You're gonna look at those numbers and be like, well, why the hell did this guy win? Like I thought it should have been Allen last year. I'd be fine if he won it this year.
He's gonna.
Because I think, yeah, I hope so, man. He's due. Like, even if you're not a Bills fan, like obviously, yeah, I'm a Jets fan, so it's AFC East. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. I'm a Jets fan. I'm AFC East, so I shouldn't like the Bills. I shouldn't like watching Josh Allen, but you have to just appreciate what you're watching.
You do.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
You gotta appreciate it, man. But yeah, he definitely has a case. I don't think the Bengals might make the playoffs. I'm sorry. You got a lot of stuff and they need more than just probably winning. They need a lot of other people to lose. So
yeah, they need some teams to collapse.
They do, because I think Miami
Pittsburgh,
has the
San
same
Diego.
record, don't they?
Nah, Miami's 5-8 now.
Yeah, Cincinnati's 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Shoot. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So they need a miracle. Real talk. To make the playoffs.
Plus they got Baltimore ahead of them. Baltimore's 8-5. The Colts are ahead of them. They're 6-7. The Chargers and the Broncos are both 8-5. So they need. I mean, if the season ended today, it'd be Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Texans, Steelers, Bills, and how many teams is that? 6, and then the Ravens. So like. They're 3 games behind the 7-play team right now, so they got an uphill battle. But
yeah, they do.
And hey, you called that game. I thought the Cowboys were going to take it. I thought Cooper Rush was going to go shred the non-existent Bengals defense. Hey man, we covered. It was 6.5, so we covered. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts. That counts. I give you that one. I give you that one, man. All right, I want to
Yeah,
ask
but
you a question.
I told
Something
you,
you
A-Rod
said.
was gonna go throw for 350, and he
He
came up.
did because
He
I
threw for
said, "Yo, he
340.
hasn't." Yeah, yep, yeah, you got that one. So I want to ask you this question, yo, because I asked Dalton this one yesterday. I'm gonna ask you. So, do you think Aaron Rodgers should retire after this season?
No, I don't. And he's actually not to jump ahead, but like he's I got him on a list this week, and I think what you're seeing now is him finally being healthy. Like there's a report. I don't know how true it is. Nobody knows how true it is, but that he was playing through a hamstring tear, a sprained MCL, and a high ankle sprain. And when you think about that, and then you watch his games, you're like, okay, if he was playing through these injuries, like that makes sense on why he looked so bad. Because a lot, like the arm talent's still there. He's still making, generally speaking, the right reads. He just couldn't escape. And now that he's starting to, at least that it looks like he's starting to get healthy,
Right.
he's starting to look like the player that he was. And I know like we harp on stats a lot, right? And sometimes we say stats matter, sometimes we say stats don't matter. But he's got more, 100 passer rating games than Patrick Mahomes. He's got 5. Mahomes only has 3 of those this year. He's got the same amount of touchdowns as Patrick Mahomes, 20 touchdowns to 8 picks. Mahomes got 20 touchdowns and 11 picks. He's got more touchdowns than Matt Stafford, who everybody loves. More touchdown passes than Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, and I know those guys are younger. Justin Herbert, Geno Smith, like the dude's putting up decent numbers. So if those injuries are true and like that's what he's been battling, I would like to see him come back for one more year, and I'd like to see him come back for one more year with the Jets because we're not going to find anybody that's better in year one.
I agree with you on that one. I agree. So I want to say shout out Mr. First Downs, bro. I see you, man. Appreciate you for stopping by and listening. Greatly appreciate it, dog. So hold me close, Tiny Dancer. My Guardians lost. Hey, yeah, that kind of stinks though. Yeah, but we lost Soto.
Yeah. We just signed a pitcher, left-handed dude from the Braves. Phil, I think his name was.
I didn't know, Mr. First Downs. I didn't know you
were Fried.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a Guardians fan. That's cool. I know you were a Titans fan, and I didn't expect Guardians. Oh yeah, man. That's what I do, man. I try to spark up conversation, bro. That's what I do. I like to try to be different, bro. And I know you want to bring up topics. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people could be stale sometimes, bro. I just say stuff, and it gets people going. I love it. That's what I do, bro. So let's get straight into the waiver wires, bro. I know a lot of people if you're in the playoffs, it's great, bro. I'm in the playoffs. I'm holding it down. I'm holding it down for my peoples. I'm going up against one of my co-hosts, Dalton. He couldn't be here right now because he already know he's going to lose. So he's prepping to be here. He can't face me.
He's got to prep. He's got to prep hard for this game, man.
Yeah, man. I see. So he don't want to try to come out here and give out any ideas. But you know what? I'm that man. I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna win anyway. All right. I drafted my team. Yeah, I think they should go back to the Indians. I like the Indians. I'm gonna say Guardians is like I don't even think Indians is like that bad. All right, like it's Indians, man. It's Indians.
Yeah, I mean, like, I went to that stadium one time. And I got the hat of whatever the mascot's name was, and now I'm like, can I wear this? Like, am I allowed to wear this? Like, like, I mean, I get it. On one hand, it's like, hey, it's our culture. It's not a mascot. But the flip side, whatever. Is like, yeah, but some teams are doing it in a way to pay homage.
Yeah, I thought it was
like, Like there's a lot of there was a lot of Native American population in that area.
Hey,
so,
man, for real. I would love to be the Cleveland Blacks. Shoot, let's go. I'm there. Sign me up. I'll rock that with pride. The Cleveland Blacks. Yeah. Man, everybody's so sensitive all the time, man. Get out of here with that.
Right?
I'm sorry. I mean, I just don't see it as disrespect.
Man, give me the New York Karens, man. I'm fine with that.
New York Karens. Oh man. All right, man. So Dave, for the waiver, man, what's the quarterback? For people who might be streaming the quarterback in the playoffs?
All right. So we were just talking about my boy, and that's Aaron Rodgers. And look, I get it. He's had a disappointing season, but like we were just talking about, like, he's got just as many passing touchdowns as Patrick Mahomes. More than Jaden Daniels, who is in the rookie of the year running. He's coming off his first. That one. Yo, come on! He's coming off his. He's Aaron. Oh, he's talking about the Indians thing. Yeah. I thought he was talking about Aaron Rodgers. I was like, you gotta scoop up Aaron Rodgers. But anyway, so like, yeah, he's coming off his first 300-yard game since 2021, right? And he's finally looking healthy. The reports were out there earlier, with the torn hamstring, sprained MCL, high ankle sprain, all that, which makes sense when you watch the way that he moved in the pocket. But now, like 2 weeks ago, he was out there throwing blocks. So I think he's healthy. He's got that connection, obviously, with Devontae Adams. That's opened up the field for Garrett Wilson. And next week, he's going up against the Jags, who allow the most fantasy points to quarterbacks. So if you need a 1 week streamer, pick up Rodgers. He's available in like 60% of redraft leagues. And if you're like, well, I need somebody for 2 weeks, they play the Rams after that. And like you just saw what Josh Allen did to the Rams. Not to say that Aaron Rodgers is Josh Allen, but I think the Jets are a good matchup for the Rams. So I'm scooping up Aaron Rodgers for all those reasons. Like, I think he's healthy. I think he's finally healthy now. He put together a 300-yard game. And keep in mind, he's auditioning, 1, to stay with the Jets, and 2, if he doesn't stay with the Jets, to play in the league. He's got $40 million not guaranteed next year. So if there's one thing that Aaron Rodgers loves more than talking about himself, it's money. So the dude's going to be trying to latch on next year. And the Jets don't have a better option. So.
True that. All right, I like that one. That was a good pick, quarterback. For me, I'm streaming him. Well, I had him last week. I'm thinking I'm gonna keep him again. He did average, but he helped me win. That's Russell Wilson. I think he's been playing really well, and they got a good matchup again too. Who are they playing against this week? Man, I forgot who they're playing against. Dang it.
Pittsburgh. They got Philly. No.
Philly.
Yeah, no? Philly. Yeah, Philly. Sorry.
I still like it. I think in the shootout and stuff like that, he can hold his own. He showed it that he could hold his own too. If you're streaming the quarterback, you need somebody. If George Pickens plays too, I like Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
If not,
Wilson.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. No, you're good.
You're fine. Go ahead.
No, I was going to throw out another one. I was going to throw another guy out there, but
go ahead.
I'm
kind of ill prepared.
I was going to say, no, you're good. We've talked about this guy a couple times a few weeks ago, but in case he's still floating around in your league, which he is in a lot of leagues. I'm looking at it now. He's only 25% rostered in sleeper redrafts. Is Drake May? The dude's been
like Drake May.
putting up QB1 and QB2 numbers,
He's
and
still available though. Nobody's really
right now
sleeper.
Dynasty's different, I'm sure. So this is redraft.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Sleeper show me 20. He's only 24% rostered in redraft, which makes sense for a redraft league. I mean, if he's in Dynasty, you're probably there's no way you're touching him. But I would grab him. I mean, Geno Smith just threw for almost 250 yards and a touchdown against Arizona. Drake May plays Arizona next. That team's going down. So I think Drake May, he's always a threat to get you one on the ground too. So if you don't trust Aaron Rodgers, which I would, you can,
Right.
and if you don't like Russell Wilson's matchup versus Philly, Drake May could be another option for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I seen what's his name throw all over him on the Panthers. Bryce Young.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
They can be had. They can be had.
They can be.
They can. And the Steelers, they're just one of them teams, man, that just they don't go away. It's not going to be high scoring. It's not going to be high scoring. I don't believe it's going to be a high scoring game. But I think it could be like in the 20 range.
Yeah, well, mobile
2017.
QBs have always given Philly problems over the years. Like, they're good at getting after the quarterback, but if you got a mobile QB like Bryce Young, because I watched that game and that's what he was doing. Like, the dude was escaping. Like, I was really impressed with Bryce Young last week. You can scoop him up too. Like, he's been putting up some numbers these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he has been.
That's a dude. Like, I'll give you my Chris Collinsworth. Here's a guy that I thought was dead in the NFL. Like, I thought he was about to be cut. And last week against Philly, he almost came back and won them that game. Against Tampa, he put up close to 300 yards and a touchdown. The week before that against Kansas City, over 250 yards and a touchdown. Like, he's whatever they did on that bench, those couple weeks on the bench really helped that dude out.
Yeah, pissed him off. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. All right, so who you got for wide receivers, bro?
All right,
running backs. I'm sorry, running backs first.
All right, running backs.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you a 2-piece on running backs because one of them's kind of cheap. Patrick Taylor. If you spent all your free agent bucks on Garendo, you're probably holding your breath right now, and you're looking at today's. They play on Thursday, and he was a do not practice today, so it's up in the air, really on whether he's going to play on Thursday or not. So Patrick Taylor's the next man up in that San Francisco offense. So go put some bucks on him. They did sign a dude from the Jets off the practice squad, but I mean Patrick Taylor's been there so a little bit longer, so I think that they'll give the rock to Taylor. So that's an easy one. If you spent money on Garendo, you're probably already doing that. But if not, like this dude balled out last week, and I wasn't so sure on him. I think you might have been a little higher on him. Is Sincere McCormick?
Yeah,
he looked. Oh, he looked legit. The last 3 weeks since he started getting some touches, he's averaging over 5 yards per carry. Zamir White, what do they call him? Zeus. He was just moved to IR, so he's out. For the rest of the year, and Madison's still nursing that ankle injury. So, if I had to prioritize the two, like if you have Garendo, go Patrick Taylor. But if you're just looking for somebody, I would pick up Sincere McCormick. I'll tell you what, he's the type of person that I would bid on if I have money, just so nobody else can get him.
Yep.
At this point in the game, because he looked good.
Yeah, and
he's gonna get touches.
Oh, he's definitely gonna get touches. I'm with you there. All right. I think that's kind of it, unless you still feel good about Jaleel McLaughlin.
Man. He looked decent. You could. I don't know if I wouldn't spend the money over those other two guys. So I mean, I guess it depends on your situation.
Yeah.
It looked like last week he started like because they played Thursday last week, I think, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he was. It looked like he was starting to run away with that job. Like he was out. He was out playing everybody. That being said, like I still can't trust that a running back in that system yet. But
Yeah.
you can grab him if he's there, and you can get him cheap. I wouldn't take him over the other two guys, but if there's a guy that I think could take that Denver run RB1 spot, he's probably the best option out of the three that they got over there.
All right. What about Isaiah Davis on the Jets?
Big Isaiah Davis fan. So I'll tell you what. Here's what I did in one of my leagues. I had Braylon Allen for the longest time, and I was hoping and hoping and hoping that um, something happened to Pearsall, so that could something that he recovers from, full recovery. Not wishing anything bad on the guy.
Oh man, bad juju. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's good. But after last week, we talked about this a little bit on Sunday. Is they were giving Isaiah Davis red zone touches, and that worried me a little bit because remember I think you put the bet on Braylon Allen anytime touchdown, and I was like I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but I was like the one thing that worries me is Isaiah Davis did get some of those red zone touches, and he did get more red zone touches last week, which is positive. But here's the thing: like if he's going to be in a timeshare, if you're going to pick him up. So anticipate that. So if you're looking for RB1 or RB2 production, he's not going to give you that because Braylon Allen is still there. And this is assuming Pearsall doesn't play. If Pearsall does play, he's useless. But, it depends on what you're looking for. Could he be a fill in a flex play if Pearsall misses time? Sure. If you need RB2 production, I would go with one of those other two guys, at the Sincere or, Patrick Taylor. I don't think Grendel's playing.
Okay. All right. So wide receivers. What we looking at for wide receivers, bro? If you got.
All right. So every now and then, like you got to dig deep into the well and go back to some guys that you might have fired. And that you might have been out on, but sometimes they come back for jobs, and
Yeah.
And so now this is contingent on George Pickens missing time because I read two things this week. I read one that he's going to have to go through more testing and it could be a serious injury, and then I read one today that said, oh, he has a chance to play. But if he doesn't play, or if you think he's not playing, I would pick up Mike Williams. Now, we talked about this on Sunday for anybody that tuned in. There's a lot of questions on like, hey, what do I do with Calvin Austin? And one of the things that we talked about is like, look, like Calvin Austin, he's a little dude. He's not going to step into George Pickens' role, and he's not going to run the same route tree that George Pickens runs because they're not like George Pickens is a big dude. Calvin Austin, little guy. So, but Mike Williams, big dude. So Mike Williams could step in and run the same route tree or similar route tree that Pickens did. So I know he only went, he was a little underwhelming last week with 3 for 36. But if Pickens misses this game, again, like I would expect that to pick up. So I think if you're looking to replace George Pickens, I would grab Mike Williams.
I actually agree with you there. I was going to say Mike Williams too. All right, now I think Denver is actually heating up. How do you feel about Tim Patrick?
Flash in the pan. I wouldn't. Like, I mean, I wouldn't spend.
And they're
I
going
wouldn't
up
spend
against
money. It's nice.
Buffalo too.
Yeah. So Tim Patrick, like he came. Oh, he had those 2 touchdowns last week, right? So he's 31 years old. He hasn't done squat all week, all season long. Like I know he's coming off the two
All
touchdown
season.
game, but I think you can. Somebody's going to overpay for him because people see 2 touchdowns and go nuts. But you know, he's 31. If it was there, you would have seen it already this year. Like,
Yeah, he was open and he took advantage of it.
yeah, good for him. You know, like
That's it. Yeah. One I'm sad about is Ricky Pearsall. I thought he was gonna take off for me. That was a little
me too.
depressing because he started
I
off
told
hot,
people
and I
to
was like,
take.
"Oh, I got one." What's up?
Yeah, I told people to take him over Jennings.
I know.
I was wrong.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were wrong there.
Yeah.
But luckily, I had both. I had both of them on the team.
Yeah.
I picked them up off of waivers. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a shot. And he won me a game. You know. And then, well, that was it.
I just
That
don't get it,
was
man.
it. What all right? One thing I don't get: what is up with Jahan Dotson? I thought he would do good in Philly.
Well,
Like, what the
so
heck?
yeah, I thought I'm with you. Like I thought that was a very underrated move. You know that Philly made in the offseason because he was a he was a beast out of in college and even last year with the Commanders he showed flashes. But I think the thing with Philly is they just don't throw the ball. They're literally last in the league in pass attempts per game, and so when they do throw it, they're going to look for AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard, who I know was out last week, and so Dotson, he's just like fourth or fifth in the pecking order. So there's not enough volume to sustain any sort of viable fantasy floor for him. And he like I don't think he's cooked. As an NFL talent, like I still think he's talented. He's just not in a great situation because they're not throwing the ball very much. And when they do, they got two alpha wide receivers that they got to feed. If you're only throwing 20 times a game, you got to feed your guys, and they're still mad.
You do.
Like AJ Brown's still mad.
AJ Brown's pissed. Yeah, baby. I mean, he could have got the ball more a little bit too, but you don't want your quarterback forcing it either, because that could ruin the game too.
I mean, look at Allen without Diggs.
Yeah, it can. And let's keep it a buck. Saquon Barkley is killing it. Partly too because we gotta pay him respect. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to stack the box because of Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. So, he's getting a little love out of that one too. You know what I'm saying? He's taking advantage of that. I'm like, but Saquon is killing it, bro. And sometimes you got to go with the hot hand. And the hottest hand on that team right now is Saquon. So,
right. And
I mean,
and
go ahead.
they're playing from ahead most of the time. So there's no need for them to throw the ball because Saquon's so good. And because the tush push is so effective. And what bugs me the most about like AJ Brown, because this is 2 years in a row now that AJ Brown's come out and been like disgruntled and not happy. What bugs me the most about that is like, dude, like you got Devontae Smith across the field from you. Devontae Smith could be a number one wide receiver on almost any other team.
Yes, he could.
And he didn't say nothing. He's just like, hey, we're winning. It's cool. And like, if there was a guy to be mad, it should be Devontae Smith because he'd be a number one on almost, take out Cincinnati and Minnesota.
He'll be a number one and probably on the Giants. He would be a number one. Let me think. I don't know if he'll take Washington. I don't think so. But McLaurin.
I think he's better than Terry McLaurin. Like he would.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of teams that he'd be a number one on.
I think he'd be a number one. Yeah. Mike Evans leaves or something. Yeah, he could be a number one on the Bucks. I mean, the Saints. I think so. I don't think it's Chris Olave. Sorry.
He could be QB1 on the Saints. Like they got a host of trouble.
All right, I got another wide receiver, bro. I just want to know your opinion on it real quick. What do you feel about David Moore on Carolina? And they're going up
Man,
against
since
Dallas. Ooh, I like it.
um, I hope that David Moore steps up and takes over the role because I lost out on Adam Thielen in free agent bidding, and I'm going to play that guy next round in the playoffs. So I'm really hoping that that David Moore comes on and but he's just since Thielen came back, Thielen's just been cooking, and if you listen to us on the reg, you got that information 3 weeks ago from us. So you're sitting pretty. We're probably the reason you made the playoffs. If you took our advice there, but I think it's just too hard to trust. Because you got Thielen there, you got, is it Leggett or legit? I still don't even know.
I say Leggett.
Leggett, okay.
I heard him say
Fancy.
Leggett. Oh, yeah,
all right.
Yeah. He's a fancy dude.
Yeah.
It's a fancy.
Yeah, I better start putting some respect on his name. So you got him there. You got Thielen, who's just been cooking since he's come back. So I think Moore is probably third in the pecking order there. So I'd probably pass on him.
Yeah, I know. I was saying the same thing. All right, it's getting real tight, especially in money leagues and stuff like that. It's going to be hard to pick up some of these people. If they're not already picked up already, people are going to spend a ton of fab on them if that's what you got. So, hopefully you don't have to get these guys. Hopefully your guys are still available and healthy. But, worst case scenario, we're just trying to help you guys out and give you the best out of the pecking order in here. And it's, it's scraps. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. I can give you one more too. If this is more just because I talked about him a couple times and he didn't have a big game. He only had one catch, but that one catch did go for a touchdown. Brandon Cooks, telling you, the dude,
he's still available.
He's a volume. 82% or 72%.
That's wow. I need to be in those leagues.
Yeah, he's not. He's probably not going to give you a 25-point game with Cooper Rush, but
no. But if you got injuries,
if you're digging that deep in the barrel,
hey man,
yeah.
Like I said, if you're sitting high, you're in the first place and stuff like that, you probably don't need it. Like I said, but these guys, who are in 6th and 5th, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh man, this guy's hurt, or this, I don't really like this guy. I'm unsure about this guy. You want to try to stream the matchup? Go for it. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
Yeah. But if you're, like me, well, I'm in 3rd place in my money league. In my other league, I got the bye week. I'm okay. I'm sitting pretty all right. I'm fine. I just like to gloat a little bit, but I'm fine. I'm good.
That's what comes with winning, man.
That's what it is. This is what we do fantasy for, bro. To brag, and damn it, I brag. I might be annoying, but damn it, I brag.
But beat me if I'm not annoying.
That's it. Come down to it. Just beat me. It's hard to stop Derrick Henry and Saquon and Josh Allen. It's tough to beat those three.
That's true.
And I had Keon Coleman too. So if Keon Coleman ever decides to come back, all right, I don't know what's up with his wrist. I don't know why his wrist is broke. But dude, brother, if he plays, I'm unstoppable.
Bro, all right, the world's worst wrist injury.
Oh my god, I've never seen a wrist injury like this, man. I don't know what's up with his wrist. Nobody knows because he's not on IR,
especially for a wide receiver. Tyreek Hill's got a fracture. He's playing.
Come on, man. Is it something more? I have no idea, man. But he needs to play. I'll fire him up, dog, and I'm looking great. What else? I mean, we got tight ends. I think tight ends are pretty. If you want to stream somebody, you go to Njoku if he's still available. I highly doubt. Brock Bowers is a cheat code, so that's like having another wide receiver right now. Cade Otton.
Yep. Cade Otton.
Yeah. I'm gonna fire up
Well,
Laporta this week.
no, you got to.
Got
Like,
to.
no, I mean, I guess technically you don't have to, but like, I'll give you a tight. So we talked about again, like if you're tuning in, you're getting league winning stuff here. We talked last week
Yes, sir.
about Juwan Johnson out of on the Saints. Like once Taysom Hill went down, uh, somebody had to step up and be the tight end for the Saints. And so we told you all about Juwan Johnson last week. And what did he do? Just, I don't know, go out and finish as tight end number 4 last week.
Yes,
So he's still
sir.
available in like 80, 70, 80% of leagues. Like he's definitely on people's radar now. And again, somebody's got to catch the ball there. Derek Carr's probably out for the season. So they're going to bring in somebody who sucks. And a tight end is always a security blanket. So he's going to get touches. He's going to get volume. Oh, speaking of the Saints, Kendre Miller, another person we gave you on Sunday.
Yeah.
If you're looking for running back help, he went off, got himself a touchdown. When they're not, they're going to look to New Orleans is going to look to run the ball probably more often than they pass it, especially with Carr being out. So go pick up Kendre Miller, like we told you on Sunday, and go pick up Juwan Johnson because they got nobody to catch the ball when they do decide to throw it. So I know the Saints are terrible. They're probably not going to put up a lot of points. Yeah, but they still got to go out there and play 60 minutes of football.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
I'm with you there. So I was basically going to say the same thing with my next pick for a tight end. And like I said, somebody's got to catch the ball. And I think it's Hunter Henry. He's a safety blanket. He gets targets now.
Yeah.
He's got 83 targets on the season. But he just doesn't have touchdowns. He doesn't have touchdowns.
That's a lot of targets.
So he's got 58 receptions, man, 610 yards. But he only has one lone touchdown. All right. So, you're going to get the value. All right. So, he's probably going to get the reception stuff. So, he'll probably get you like 10 points. You know what I'm saying? But just know he's probably not going to get in the end zone. If he gets in the end zone, it's an added bonus.
They just cut one of their wide receivers, too.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one because nobody knows who their wide receivers are to begin with.
Yeah.
But no, dude, that's a great pick. Like,
it is.
I was looking it up. He's available, and he's only 45% roster, so he's available in 55% of sleeper redraft leagues. And before the bye, he's coming off a 7 for 75 game, 5 for 44, 6 for 63. Like you said, the touchdowns aren't there. You could expect positive regression, I guess, but like that's a solid pick.
That's a solid pick, and if you got some fab, you could probably throw it in there for the low, just to secure it. You know what I'm saying? Give him like $3 or something. I don't think nobody's.
I was gonna say he's like a $3 better.
Yeah, like nobody's really going to be on Hunter Henry, so I think you could get him. And the matchup should be sweet. Who are they playing against?
Arizona.
Arizona. Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, fire them up. Arizona has a good pass defense. They really do, but Budda Baker got hurt. I don't think he's out for the game though, but I know he got tweaked. I like Hunter Henry in this game though. I like it.
Yeah. Nah,
I was about to say Zach Wilson throws the ball, but Drake May. I was about to say Zach Wilson. I caught myself. Drake May though, he's going to give him the ball for sure. As you can see, he targets him. He likes him. So I would fire up Hunter Henry.
I like that. I mean, since Drake May's come on, like he's getting the targets. He's and the dude, like the dude can ball. So yeah, I think that'd be a fantastic pickup if he's still available.
Yes, sir. If you guys listen to us and got Adam Thielen, man, you are rolling. Man, I think he could be a sneaky league winner if you're in the playoffs.
Oh, 100%.
He can help you out because he'll probably get you like 16 to 20 points.
Yep. He's got a floor of like 12.
All right. In just weeks 13 and 14, Adam Thielen has 21 targets, 17 receptions, 201 yards, and a touchdown.
It's crazy.
Bryce Young likes Adam Thielen. All right. Yeah. That's the safety blanket. And it's like, ooh, get yourself Adam Thielen. If you got Adam Thielen, oh my God. that could help you out. Pat Firemouth
He's a
too has
league
been going
winner.
off. Yeah. Yes,
Like, so
sir.
I have Devontae Smith, and I was trying to get Thielen because I don't like playing Devontae Smith every week because for the reasons that we talked about, there's not enough pass
Mhm.
volume, and AJ Brown's the number one. So I would have been starting Thielen, but I lost out on my bid because I didn't think anybody else was smart like me. But they must have been tuning in to the podcast and got that insight, so they outbid me. But like Adam Thielen, he's a strong flex play and he's a strong wide receiver 2 play. I'd be starting him
Mhm.
every week.
For real. For real. Because he's getting the targets. The volume's there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need. That's all you're asking for is the person just get the attempts, man. The more attempts, the better the likelihood of it going into points. So yeah. I wish I would have got Adam Thielen. That's basically what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
We told everybody else, but I wasn't able to get him. So
Same,
but
same, man.
I feel good with Chase Brown. So let's do this one real quick before we go into you're
Mm-hmm.
fired. So I got a good one. Who you drafted is your league winner?
I drafted.
Yeah. Like who's
So right now,
surprising you, man?
okay. So surprise is a little bit different because what could turn out to be my league winner that I drafted is Zach Charbonnet. Um,
Yeah.
if because I saw something that Walker is going for more testing on his knee or on his calf, so that's never good news.
No.
So I don't love that. So Zach Charbonnet could be somebody that winds up being my league winner. The person that surprised me the most at the draft was Tyrone Tracy. I thought because Singletary was coming off a strong year, and out of Houston, and Tracy, rookie running backs that aren't really running backs, you never really know how it's going to work out,
Yeah.
especially in a bad offense like the Giants. But he gets a touchdown
Yeah,
like
they're
every game.
terrible. He does.
Even last, like he
I
only had
picked him
13
up on
carries for like
waivers.
35
Yeah.
yards. Yeah, so those would be my two.
I'm with you
And
there.
full disclosure, I'm also like in that league it was zero running back. Like I was a zero running back drafter. So I had to I had Kenneth Walker, so I knew I needed to draft Zach Charbonnet. But that's why I picked up Tracy because I waited super long to get running backs.
Oh yeah, you got that one. Yeah, you got lucky. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
man.
yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. For me,
What you got?
I think that's helping me out as my league winner, and that's Chase Brown. I think he's going nuts. He's going
Hmm.
AWOL, and
Yep.
I drafted him, and I kind of jumped the gun to get Chase too. I think I got him like
Yeah.
in a I think I got him in the 6th or 7th. I went kind of early. I didn't want to play. It's a 12-man league, so I was like, I'm gonna just scoop him real quick. I was like, I don't want nobody else to get him, so I just picked him up, and he has helped me out big time. Like he's been getting anywhere
Ooh.
between 16 to 20 some points, man, and he's a league winner for me. He's been helping me out. Like I said, I got Tyrone Tracy, but I got him in waivers, so I can't really say that.
Yeah. No. Chase Brown's a
For my
beast.
sneaky play, yeah. But of course, the obvious is Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't know how many people was telling me Saquon, he's washed, he's hurt all the time, blah, 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 blah. I said, yo, he's not washed. He's not damaged goods. I was like, Saquon is actually
Yeah.
really, really good, bro. I was like, he's just on a really, really, really bad team, a terrible
Yep.
team. So I'm like, yo, just like with Christian McCaffrey, I was like, you take him out of that and you put him in a well-oiled machine team, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna blow the roof off that. And that's what he did. He came in there, it's like opportunity taken. Let's go. Y'all about to see who
Yeah.
Saquon really is. Right? You see me getting stacked on, and I'm still getting 1,000 yards. Limping, getting 1,000
Yep.
yards. I'm like, now but you got to worry about everybody else and my quarterback running, bro. I'm about to tear y'all up, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
I
and
told
imagine if they
everybody.
didn't have the tush push.
Oh my God, he would have
Man,
a lot of touchdowns, man.
he'd be like
From
Priest Holmes in 2005, 4, whatever that
yeah,
year was. Like 30 touchdowns.
yeah.
LaDainian Tomlinson numbers. Like, it'd be crazy.
Yes, he is. Jalen Hurts is killing his numbers for touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But man, come on. You see it on Jalen Hurts' face. He makes it so much easier. He just hands the ball
Yep.
off. He smiles. Like, the
Yeah.
Giants let this
Yep.
go? Like, you got to be that retarded? And yes,
Crazy.
yes, we are. My organization is handicapped. This is what it is. Just let that go. But anyway. It is. It's it. Yeah, so those are my league winner picks, man. Derrick Henry need to step it up. They need to just hand the ball off. They'll win more games. I promise.
They need to watch more Eagles games
That,
and be like, hey, good things happen when we hand it off to our star running back.
I'm just saying. Because Derrick Henry's no slouch, bro. He's no slouch.
And they're different. Like Saquon, I like Saquon better than Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry, like Saquon can bust one loose at any time. Like Derrick Henry feels like, I don't know, maybe there's statistics that say I'm wrong, but it feels like he's one of those guys that gets stronger as the game goes on and needs those carries to wear down the defense. And then third, fourth quarter, he could bust one, you see him bust one for 40, 50 yards. But if the Ravens aren't feeding him, like 15 carries does nothing for Derrick Henry. Like 20 plus is where he needs to be.
Telling you, man. And then I'm telling you, everybody's going to eat. I promise you, everybody's going to eat once Derrick Henry gets that motor going, bro. He's hard to bring down. Nobody wants to keep tackling this man all the time. Like, you just don't. He's too massive of a human being to just keep wanting to tackle this man. You know what I'm saying? You getting stiff-armed all the time. He's just brailing. Oh, man, rumbling, running into you, knocking you over.
Nobody wants that. Man. Nobody wants that.
Right, man. Not too much of it. You're going to be like, all right, look. I'm going to try to tackle from his knees or something. I don't know. And it's just, bro, for real. It's
you're making business decisions come the third quarter.
For real. So, I mean, but, if they do the right thing, man, they'll win more games, and Derrick Henry would probably jump Saquon. He probably would, because he was on pace. He was looking good. And everybody's like, yo, it's Derrick Henry for sure. And then they just got away from running the ball, and I don't know.
It's crazy.
But, yeah, it is. All right, so I thought that would be cool. Just a little bit of insight on our teams, give people a little bit of insight, let them know what's going on with us.
Word up.
So now I like to do, this is my favorite segment. I love this segment. I got a lot of positive feedback on Twitter about it too. So it's You're Fired. I love this one. So basically what we do on You're Fired is that we're tired of this person being on our team. They're holding us down. You know what I'm saying? They're anchors. And we got to get rid of them and bring on somebody else in that waiver. So do you want to start or you want me to start?
Go ahead, fam.
All right, man. Say less. All right. So for me, man, I've had him on my team. I think I've had him on my team way too long. I fired him and I brought him back. And I think this time, no, I know. This time I'm letting him go. He's hitting the waivers. And that's Kyle Pitts, brother. You're gone. I'm done.
Yeah.
Hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack. Beat it. I can't do it. From the quarterback play to him, I'm done. He went 1 for 6 for 14 yards. And all of those targets were like throwaways, keeping it a buck. Bro,
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Not in playoff time, bro. I'm trying to make a push. I can't trust you at all. You got to hit the road, Jack. You're gone. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
off that Kyle Pitts train. I'm off that. Sayonara. Peace out.
Kyle Pitts, Brock Bowers is who Kyle Pitts wishes he was.
That's what we thought he was going to be. We all thought
Yeah.
he was going to be like that. He is not it
Yup.
at all. At all.
One,
Yeah, bro. So
one, two, three, four. In 4 of his last 5 games, he's got 1 catch or less.
come on. I can't have that on my team.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Deuces. So I got something different. I'm gonna give you. I do have a player if you want a player. So I'll get you there. But I'm gonna give a position because we are entering playoff mode right now. Right, a lot of people gearing up. They're gearing up for the playoffs, trying to pack their rosters and make sure they got who they need to make a run. So I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you are rolling, and if you're in a 1 quarterback league and you are rolling with 2 quarterbacks on your roster, fire your backup quarterback. Bye weeks are done. You do not need your backup quarterback anymore. Like if you got a top 10, top 15 guy, roll with them. Get somebody else on your roster. Go grab a handcuff. Go grab one of the running backs that we talked about earlier. Go grab one of the wide receivers that we talked about earlier. Go ensure yourself the best free agent player available and get rid of your backup quarterback. You're not going to start him. Like, cut him. Be gone. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah!
boom. You're fired. You're out of here. To the curb with you. Yep. Yeah. I see it though, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, because nobody's gonna pick him up anyway, So even if you do drop him and something happens, you'll have the opportunity to scoop him back up, depending on how much fab you got. But and then if you want a player, a specific player, I can give you a specific player. This is somebody that coming into the year, there's a lot of hype around him, and I think early on in the year he showed some flashes, and we were all kind of hoping that, all right, maybe this will be his year, second year player in Tennessee. Tajay Spears, he's fired. Look, like he wasn't drafted by the current Tennessee Titans regime, right? So they have no reason to play him. He's come back since his concussion issue, but he's only played 32% of the snaps in the last 3 games. And he's gotten a whopping 3 carries and 1 target per contest. Meanwhile, Tony Pollard has taken over. He's gotten 77% of the snaps, in those last 3 games. So I know that there was a lot of love coming in for Tajay Spears, throughout the year. And, he always, anytime he plays, like he looks like he could be that guy that, just kind of breaks one off. But he's got to go. He hasn't broken, between injuries and not getting the ball, he hasn't broken 10 points since week 4. So Tajay Spears, fire, buddy. Gone, Spears. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It's the playoffs, baby. Give it. Yeah. No, same. If I, if I wasn't doing it here, I'd be texting my group chats, talking the same smack, and yelling at just as many people for having QB2s on their one QB roster. And so this is, yeah. No. Yeah, man. Let's do it.